Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Let's chant one round of japa. I don't have my phone with me, so we'll just chant together. I'm not able to turn on Srila Prabhupada's. Oh, I have. Okay, I have. Sorry. We'll chant one round of japa with Srila Prabhupada. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudirayet Nashtaprayeshva Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatyuttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांता स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Baladev Vidyabhushan ki jai. Sri Ganga Mata Goswamini ki jai. Samaveta Gaur Bhakta Vrind ki jai. Itai Gaur Premanande. Hare Hare Bol. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Today is the disappearance day of Srila Baladev Vidyabhushan. It is also the appearance day of Ganga Mata Goswamini. I won't be speaking on that here, but I have a class at the temple, so I'll be leaving early today. In about less than half an hour, we'll end the class. But I didn't want to cancel so that you'll keep in touch with the topic. So we will recite Bhagavad Gita and see how much ever we can do in Srimad Bhagavatam, and then we will end class at 7:30. But I will certainly encourage all of you to please read about Srila Baladev Vidyabhushan, very prominent Acharya in our line. Srila Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita as it is Srila Prabhupada, has taken the commentaries of Srila Baladev Vidyabhushan. He's even dedicated his Bhagavad Gita to Srila Baladev Vidyabhushan. Okay, so now let's recite Bhagavad Gita Shloka. Today is Monday, so we will be reciting a new shloka. We finished 925, so we will do 926. Very famous shloka. I think everyone knows this shloka by heart. Anyone knows what's 926?
I will attempt. I'm not fully sure. Patram pushpam phalam.
Correct. Yes, Prabhuji. That's the one. Okay. Why am I opening this? I could have opened in the box. That's quicker. Anyone needs to go first? Today is off, so I don't think anyone needs to go first. But if you do, let me know. So we'll just go in order. Please repeat after me first. Bhagavad Gita 926. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tad aham bhaktyupahritam ashnami prayatatmanaha. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tad aham bhaktyupahritam ashnami prayatatmanaha. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tad aham bhaktyupahritam ashnami prayatatmanaha. If one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, a fruit, or water, I will accept it. So you can start reciting now. Achintadev Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to the assembled devotees.
Please accept my humble obeisances, Prabhuji. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Yes, Prabhuji. Will you recite it on your own?
I'll try, Mataji.
Yeah.
Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tat aham bhaktya upatraham ashmani payatamanaha.
Okay, so you can repeat one more time, Prabhuji. Patram pushpam phalam toyam
Patram pushpam phalam toyam
yo me bhaktya prayachati
yo me bhaktya prayachati
tad aham bhaktyupahritam
tat aham bhaktya upahritam
ashnami prayatatmanaha.
ashmani prayatmanaha.
Ashnami prayatatmanaha.
Asnami prayat atmanaha.
Yes, thank you.
Translation: if one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, a fruit, or water, I will accept it. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Aditi Lata Mataji and Arunita.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Please accept my humble obeisances, Mataji. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tad aham bhaktya uparitam ashnami prayatatmanaha. If one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, a fruit, or water, I will accept it. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Mataji, just give a few minutes to Arunita. Mataji.
Okay. So, Inba Inia, Jai Shri Mataji, Jai Ganesh Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhakti upahritam ashnami prayatatmanah. Translation: if one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, a fruit or water, I will accept it.
Yes. India.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhakti upahritam ashnami prayatatmanah. If one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, a fruit or water, I will accept it.
Prabhuji and Mataji are there?
Mataji, they're not here right now.
Okay. Madhava.
Patram pushpam parantoyam yoma bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhaktya upahritam asnami prayatatmanah. If one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, a fruit, or water, I will accept it.
Kalpesh Prabhu and Sonia Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Please accept my humble obeisances. Prabhuji, Jai Srila Prabhupada.
So, Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tad aham bhaktya haritam ashnami prayatatmana. Translate.
One second, Prabhuji. Bhakti, Y, right? So when you have Y, you just say it as one word with the next word. You join them together. So it becomes Bhaktyupahritam. Y and you say as you. Instead of separating them as Bhaktya Upahritam, say Bhaktyupahritam. Like that.
Bhakta uparitam.
Bhaktyupahritam.
Uparitam. Okay. Translation: if one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, a fruit, or water, I will accept it. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Mataji is there? Sonia Mataji?
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji. Dandat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam Mataji. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Patram puspam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tad aham bhakt upahritam ashnami prayatatmana. Translation: if one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, a fruit, or water, I will accept it.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So one more thing, if you know, if you're unable to say Bhakti Upahritam, you can say Bhakti Upahritam. That's also fine. Because Y means you say it as E, but to be more precise, when you join the words together, it becomes Bhakti Upahritam. But otherwise, you can say Bhakti Upahritam, either way. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Priyanka Mataji. Acha, Mataji is not able to recite. Okay. Acha, okay. Achint, Arunita, you ready?
Yes, Mataji. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhaktya upahritam ashnami
Prayatatmanah.
prayatatmanah. Translation: if one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, a fruit, or water, I will accept it. Hare
Yes.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, did anyone not recite? Everyone recited, right? Today is Memorial Day weekend, so we don't have many participants. Okay, so we won't go into the details today, but during the week I will explain. But there are important points to be considered in this verse. You see, Bhakti comes twice. See, here, Bhaktya Prayachati and Bhaktyupahritam. 2 times Bhakti is coming. What is the significance of Bhakti coming twice? That's one thing. Another word is Ashnami. Ashnami Prayatatmana. What does that mean? So these things have significance. We will discuss that in the next few days. Okay, so now let us read Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 8, Chapter 20. Bali Maharaj surrenders the universe to Vamandev. So Bali Maharaj, in spite of Shukracharya's curse, decided to give the 3 steps of land that he had promised to Vamandev, and he went ahead. First, Shukracharya cursed him that you will be poverty stricken, you will lose all your opulence. And in spite of that, Bali Maharaj went ahead and he, took water and he chanted the mantras and completed that charity. And then he washed the lotus feet, bathed the lotus feet of Vamandev, his wife Vindhyavali. She brought a golden pot of water, and he did Abhishek of the lotus feet of Vamandev and sprinkled that water on his head. Seeing this, all the demigods and the celestials, they were so jubilant. They showered millions of flowers on Bali Maharaj and they exclaimed, "How exalted a person is Bali Maharaj!" And it is such a difficult task. To offer everything to the Supreme Lord is difficult. But when he is coming as an enemy, still offering everything to him, my God, only Bali Maharaj can do that, like that. So they were all amazed and glorified Bali Maharaj like this. Even though he knew that Lord Vishnu was on the side of his enemies and Lord Vishnu has come to practically finish him, right? Take away everything from him. Still, he didn't think twice about, is it okay to do this? No, no doubts. He just offered everything to the Lord. Then we read text 21, the unlimited supreme personality of Godhead who had assumed the form of Vamandev. What did Vamandev do next? Oh, so now Bali Maharaj completed and everyone is glorifying. So Vamandev said, "Oh, Bali Maharaj, you are so great," and he embraced him. What did Vamandev do? Vamandev started increasing his size. So in that context, we discussed about the Virata Purusha the other day, right? Most of the class was discussing about Virata Purusha. So he practically covered the whole universe. He became as big as the universe. That means everything else was in him, like that. And then what he did after that, we will see now. Next 20. So it is Priyanka Mataji's turn. Mataji is not able to read today, right? So we'll go to the next person, which will be Achintadev Prabhu. काये बलिस्तस्य महाविभूते सहर्त्विगाचार्य सदस्य एतत् ददर्श विश्वं त्रिगुणं गुणात्मके भूतेन्द्रियार्थाशय जीवयुक्तम्. Yes, Prabhuji. Achintadev Prabhu.
Translation. Bali Maharaj, along with all the priests, acharyas, and members of the assembly, observed the Supreme Personality of Godhead's universal body, which was full of 6 opulences. That body contained everything within the universe, including all the gross material elements, the sense objects, the mind, intelligence, and false ego, the various kinds of living entities, and the actions and reactions of 3 modes of material nature. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you. So Bali Maharaj, along with all the priests, acharyas, and members of the assembly, observed. So this happened right in front of their eyes. Everyone could see the small boy or this dwarf Brahmana all of a sudden was growing so big as the universe. So everyone present there observed the Supreme Personality of Godhead's universal body, which was full of 6 opulences. That body contained everything within the universe, including all the gross material elements, the senses, the sense objects, the mind, intelligence, and false ego, the various kinds of living entities, and the actions and reactions of the 3 modes of material nature. So the other day, the last class, when we discussed the universal form, the Virata Rupa, that actually answers all these questions. if you have any questions. So the Virata Purusha, everything is coming from which Virata Purusha? Karanarnavashaya Vishnu, isn't it? So everything is in a dormant state and it manifests only when Karanarnavashaya Vishnu opens his eyes. So, and from him comes Garbhodakashaya Vishnu, that is within each universe. And then from Garbhodakashaya Vishnu manifests the material Virata form, the Virata Purusha, which is nothing but the universal form, this whole universe in the form of a person, that is Virata Rupa. And it consists of everything in the universe. The universe itself is that Virata Purusha. So when Vamandev became as big as the universe, then that means he is that Virata. Of course, his body is transcendental, but everything in that Virata is in him now. You understand? So what is there in that Virata Purusha? What is there in creation? So then we discussed how creation happens. When the Lord glances on Prakriti, right? First Mahat is produced. And Mahat, from Mahat you get false ego, right? False ego. So again, now the three modes of material nature are activated. So false ego and goodness, passion and ignorance. That's why we are seeing here the three modes of material nature are present. And then false ego from false ego manifested, that is there in him. From false ego, what do you get? False ego and goodness, passion and ignorance. False ego and goodness produces mind. And mind and the demigods come. Then, so all living entities, when you say all living, various kinds of living entities includes all the demigods, all the sages, rishis that live in, higher planets. Lord Brahmaji is also there. All various living entities means. Then you have the different types of celestials, Gandharvas, Yakshas, Kinnaras, right, Rakshasas, human beings, and all types of animals, birds, all types of living entities are included in that. So where are they all coming from? So they are all created by Lord Brahma, sub-creation, Visarga, right? All the different forms are created by Lord Brahma. With what? With these elements. So false ego in goodness produce mind and demigods. False ego in passion produces intelligence and the senses. So see, the senses are here, intelligence is here. And then false ego in ignorance produces what? Produces the gross material elements, earth, water, fire, air, ether. That's created from false ego in ignorance. And along with that, also the sense objects are created. See, that's also given here. The sense objects means pancha tanmatra. That means form, taste, like that. All this is coming from the false ego in the mode of ignorance. So that's how creation takes place. So therefore, when they saw all this means everything is there in that Virata Purusha, that Virata Purusha is now in Vamandev. Vamandev became the big form, like that. Okay. Purport. And Aditi Lata Mataji or Arunita?
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Please accept my humble obeisances, Mataji. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Looks like a different person came now because you said that before.
Oh, did I say before? I thought I forgot. That's why I said.
Oh, I don't remember. I'm picturing like you have a twin sister and who is reading now.
I know, I wish. Mataji, I don't have my glasses today, so I will read. Maybe some words might be wrong. Correct me. In Bhagavad Gita, the Supreme Personality of Godhead says, Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate. Krishna is the origin of everything. Vasudeva sarvam iti. Krishna is everything. Matsthani sarvabhutani. Nachaham teshva avastita. Everything rests in the body of the Lord, yet the Lord is not everywhere. Mayavadi philosophers think that since the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Absolute Truth, has become everything, he has no separate existence. Their philosophy is called Advaita Vada. Actually, however, their philosophy is not correct. Here, Bali Maharaj was the seer of the personality of Godhead's universal body, and that body was that which was sin. Thus, there is there is Avattavada.
Dvaitavada.
Avaitavada.
Dvaita.
Oh, Dvaitavada, sorry. Dvaitavada. There are always two entities, the seer and the seen. The seer is a part of the whole, but he is not equal to the whole. The part of the whole, the seer is also one with the whole. But since he is but a part, he cannot be the complete whole at any time. This Achintya Veda simultaneously oneness and difference is the perfect philosophy propounded by Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Yes. So, Bhagavad Gita 9.4 and 9.5 say that, so the summary of those two verses, what Krishna is saying is, Krishna is present in all living entities and he is not present in all living entities. All living entities are present in Krishna, all living entities are not present in Krishna. This is Achintya. This is Achintya. So therefore, black one is there, the green one is lost. So all living entities are present in him and they are not present in him. Krishna is present in everything and he is not present in everything. This is Achintya. So in essence, how is it that he is not present in them, or how is it that they are not present in him? How can you say that? Because he has no asakti towards them. He has no asakti. Just like to explain this, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur gives the example of the sky and air. Air is present in sky and air is not present in sky. Air is present in sky, everyone understands. Yes, anyone has any questions that air is present in sky or not? No. Air is there in sky. But how can you say air is not in the sky? Okay, maybe somebody can answer. How can you say air is not in the sky?
Mataji, it is because it just passes.
Correct. Yes. So the sky is not holding the air in one place, right? Air is not in the sky because now it is here and the next moment it is somewhere else. So the sky is not actually holding you. You can say it is still in the sky, but it is free to move wherever it likes. The sky is not holding it. That's the point. Similarly, the living entities also, they are in the Supreme, because without the Supreme, there's no support for them. Even that very existence is completely dependent on the Supreme. But at the same time, he's not attached to them, that he's holding them. They're free like that. So that's how he is there in everything and he's not there. There also it's the same explanation. He is there in everything, but he is not there in them also because he has no attachment. He has no asakti towards them. That's why he's not in them. He's not in them. But he's there as Paramatma, that we all know. But he's also not in them because he has no asakti. It's not like he's dictating at every moment, you have to do this, you have to do that, because no, he's not in them. You have your free will. He's not in them because he doesn't have that asakti. That's the important point. So, like that, here we are seeing Vaman Dev. So that is Krishna's Achintya Shakti. Achintya Shakti means this cannot be understood. This cannot be understood. How both opposites can be there in the same situation. That doesn't happen in this world. Then you say, oh, but you're saying in the sky, you're giving the example of sky and what do you say? Ether, sky and air. So it is happening in this world also. So how you are saying Krishna is so special? So there it is said, yes, sky and air are what? Jada. Jada or dead matter does not have asakti or attachment. But a living being has asakti. Can you give any example of any person who is maintaining someone, who is practically, providing for everything for that person? That person is completely dependent on this person's existence. Best example is children, babies, children, small children, right? The mother and father, they give birth to a baby, they're maintaining it, cleaning it, keeping and all that. Don't they have attachment to that? Can they say that we are never? You'll never see any conscious being when he's completely maintaining something, providing for something, creating something. Can you ever see that they are not attached in this material world? The only place you may see that is somebody who is on the platform, like in the pure transcendental platform like Krishna, that is his parshadas, his pure devotees, his associates. They'll be on that platform. But in this material world, do you see anything like that? No. That is why it is achintya. You don't find such a thing. You'll only find that in the Lord. Anyway, coming back to our point, here what is being said in the verse, in the purport, what is Srila Prabhupada explaining? Srila Prabhupada is quoting 9.4 and 9.5. Matsthani sarva bhutani nachaham teshu avastitaha. Everything is in me, but I am not in them. And then next verse again he says, I am in them. Or before that he says, I am in them. Next verse now he's saying, but I'm not in them. Pashyame yogam aishwaram. How it is that I explained to you just now. Okay. So the point is, the living entities and the Lord are two separate beings. They are not one. But Achinta Bheda Bheda philosophy means they are one also, but they are also separate. Achintya. Achintya is important. Achintya means you cannot conceive of that. Bheda, Abheda. Bheda means they are different. The living entities are separate from the Lord. Not just the living entities, this whole material creation also. All the things that are mentioned in the translation, senses, sense objects, mind, intelligence, all this is coming from where? This is all Prakriti. So that Bahiranga Shakti is different from him, but also not different from him. Similarly, the living entities are different from him, but also not different from him. This is Achinta Bheda Bheda philosophy given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But the other Vaishnava acharyas, they have given, like Madhvacharya gave Shuddha Dvaita philosophy, and then Ramanujacharya gave Vishishta Advaita philosophy. Then we have Vishnu Swami, Rudra Sampradaya. He gave Dvaita Advaita philosophy. And no, Dvaita Advaita is given by Nimbarka, and
Shuddha Advaita.
Shuddha Advaita, right. Shuddha Advaita is given by Vishnu Swami. Correct. Thank you. So these are the philosophies given by, and then when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came finally, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took Diksha in Madhva Sampradaya. Madhva Sampradaya gave Shuddha Advaita philosophy, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave Achintya Bheda Abheda. So in essence, if you see, all the Vaishnava acharyas, the essence is the same, that there is the living entity and there is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Both are there, but there's also oneness. Why oneness? Because when you say the Supreme Lord, that includes all his energies. It includes the living entities, it includes his external energy, his everything is there. But the details exactly how, in a very clear form, it is given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Achintya Bheda Abheda Tattva. Okay. So here in the translation we read that they saw that all these things are there in Vamandev. So now you may get a question. Vamandev means his body is Sachidananda. And in his body we are seeing all these material elements. How is it? Achintya. Achintya. That's the point. Okay. Now next verse. Actually it's 7:30. I'll have to stop here. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's 7:30. We did only one verse today. Arunita will read tomorrow. Okay. Because if I read the verse, then again explanation will be left behind. Let me end the class here. I will continue tomorrow. If you are able, if you have time, you can join the temple class at 7:50. If not, you can read about Srila Baladev Vidya Bhushan today.
Mataji,
Ah.
I just want to tell one point that we are having attachment to the kids, and as you said that the pure devotee will not have that attachment, but when we met Sankirtan Prabhu in New Vrindavan, his wife Ruchi Mataji, she was saying that you should have, I mean, we were having a discussion and she was saying that you should have attachment to your kids, because when the preliminary devotees of Prabhupada, I mean, the disciples of Prabhupada, they had this issue. She was saying that they were taught, like, when they were reading all these things, they were being detached from the beginning to the kids, and they had a lot of trouble later on. The kids were also detached, and all those problems came up. So she said that
I understand your point, Mataji, because there's no time. I'll just answer quickly. I have to go to the other class, but I got your point. So actually, detachment is the other side of attachment. So when you say somebody is detached, that is nothing but the other side of attachment only. Two sides of the same coin. We don't want to be detached. We don't want to be attached to this material world. We want to be attached to Krishna. It's not about, that is Mayavad philosophy, right? Brahma Satyam Jagat Mithya. This world is false, so reject everything of this world. That's not our philosophy. Our philosophy is to see the connection with Krishna. When you see the connection with Krishna, you love everything. If you love a person, you'll also love everything which is dear to that person. So you see your kid as a part and parcel of Krishna, and you love and take care of that kid the way you would take care of Krishna, the way you would serve Krishna. Seeing this child as a part and parcel of Krishna. Weren't our acharyas serving why only their children? They were serving every single living entity. We have pastimes of Srila Prabhupada, feeling, he had tears in his eyes when he saw a worm on the grass in Mayapur. He's thinking, this poor living entity, this is a part and parcel of Krishna, and see how he's suffering. Not on the grass, it was on the hot concrete. Summertime, it's very hot. A worm was on the concrete and it is so hot. Srila Prabhupada felt so sorry. He told one of the disciples, pick it up and put it on the grass. And then he was feeling for everyone. So wouldn't you feel for your child if you saw the same connection? So it's not, so when we talk about the initial days, that was being done in immaturity, not having the depth of the philosophy. So again, comes back to the same point, Shraddha. According to your Shraddha, you should act. We are talking here about Krishna and Krishna's Parshada devotees. Don't they have full Shraddha? Would they act like that? They are detached means they are not thinking, this is my body, this is my child. Rather, they are thinking, they have any bodily concept at all that I am this body. Their concept is, everyone is, I am an eternal servant of Krishna. Everything is part and parcel of Krishna. Everything is the energy of Krishna. And I am a servant. So, and I'm not just a servant, I'm a servant of the servant of the servant of the servant of Krishna. They don't have any attachment. So again, coming back to the bottom line is, I'm not attached to my child because it is born from me. I will show that care to the child because Krishna has put me, it's like you are given a certain responsibility in your work, in your office, right? This is your area. You are responsible for that area. You have to take care of that. Like that, Krishna has brought this devotee in my care. I am supposed to train like a guru. A guru has to train the disciple, right? Make sure that it is growing properly and giving love and everything. That is also part of that relationship, but not that attached because this is mine. You understand the difference, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji. I'm just a caretaker of Krishna's property.
Yes. So when Krishna takes away also, Krishna is free to do. Who am I? He has given me, he has taken it back.
Yeah, so difficult, Mataji.
Exactly. That's the whole point. So difficult because we are not on that level. It looks, because of their humility, such great acharyas, it appears like they're like us, right? But actually, there's a gulf of difference. There's a gulf of difference between our dealing and their dealing. Externally, it appears like they're also taking care. But actually, what is their consciousness? What is my consciousness? I am attached. I am still on the bodily platform. I don't have that Shraddha. They have full Shraddha and still they're like Srila Prabhupada, right? Many times it may appear like, I even heard, so I like new devotees saying like, even I could write what's there like that. Because they appear to be so humble, so down to earth, it appears like, but those who are, that's why it takes one to know one, it is said. So when somebody is on that level, then they can recognize what an exalted position his was. So yes, thank you for that question, Mataji. It is 7:40. I have to end the class here. Thank you all so much.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So I'll see you all tomorrow. On today evening also we'll have Chaitanya Charitamrita.
Mataji, can you take give the reading of those acharyas, disappearance and appearance day, who's Baladev Vidyabhushan and some Mataji?
What do you want me to do?
If you can read from their
That's the
story.
class I'm giving in the temple, so you can
right
watch
now.
that.
Okay.
That's what I'm telling you. I'm going to speak on that in the temple today. So
Hmm.
I'm not speaking here. But
Okay.
yeah, either you attend that class if you have time, or watch the recording later, or you can just read the biographies of acharyas. You can read that is also there.
Okay, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji.
Yes. Yeah.